Friday.
Good morning, Mr. Mikey Podney. Happy Friday to you.
How are you, dude?
You in the bobblehead already or something like
that? Yeah, got back up bobblehead. Yeah. How's everyone doing? Let us know where you're tapping in from, watching us, viewing us. Hopefully you're not on the road driving. But yeah, let us know.
If you are, then don't type anything at all if you are driving.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Good morning. Good morning.
Boom, 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 boom,
Slightly smaller crowd today, but I only got one email out, Mike, and that's okay. And we want to change things up a little bit today too. And
keep
just
things open. Yeah,
kind of like open mic session. And we wanted to just show you some of the guys what we're working on. A lot of excitement and questions have been coming in with, we're 104 now countries. And let's face it, Mike, there's only so many countries in the world. So it's not going to radically increase from this point on. No. I think there's 190 countries in the world or something like
that. I'm not certain, but yeah, put it this way, 104 countries in less than 4 months is remarkable. It's insane. The growth has just been excelling at a rate that I'm having a really hard time keeping up with things. But yeah, we got Beaumont, Texas, Winnipeg, Manitoba. We've got Texas, Charleston, South Carolina, Austin, Jamaica. Sorry, dude.
Joyce all the way from Austin, Texas, which is only 45 minutes from here. Welcome.
Yeah.
We got Jamaica in the house. That's awesome.
In the house. Incredible.
Yeah. South Carolina, Ghana. Yeah. Welcome, guys. Welcome.
South Africa, amazing. Maine, amazing. So yeah, in a nutshell, folks, the roof is blown off the building. Literally when we're talking international growth. And yeah, I mean, and it's designed, and it's not designed that way. It just happens that way because we have a product that everyone needs. Everyone's got a cell phone and it's affordable, and the value attached to it is absolutely insane. Affordable for any country in the world. That's what we have it priced for. We got Nigeria in the house, Brooklyn, New York, Georgia, my living room.
That's a good place, Karina. My living room.
Yeah.
Indiana. All over. So yeah, guys, we just wanted to make this a little different because most of you, there's a lot of new people on here, but a lot of people, you're tired of seeing the same presentation all the time. So let's just break it down for a second, Mike. The reason why we're growing so fast are two: great leadership from the people on this webinar and many others that aren't here, and what the product is and the price point, right? Yeah, people are addicted to their phones. Digital space is becoming the new oil, folks, in that people realize that they don't want it, they have to have it. It's becoming a need. And so it comes down to one thing. When people realize they can back up their whole family, unlimited devices for less than $10 a month, a lot of people are jumping in just because, hey, I want the product. And then they start using the product and it does very well. So we wanted to just share a couple of things. So the other thing that keeps coming in, okay, Joel, we're in 104 countries. How do we, right now, guys, we have let me start sharing my screen here. So just to go through some things and make it a little bit more interesting. You see my screen there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here I am just in my cloud, guys. And right here, I wanted to show you a little video. This is JB actually editing the Got Back Up tour video in French. So I'll just show you a little piece of that, guys. So anyway, that's just a little snippet there, guys, of that. We had another fly-in yesterday of this amazing young lady here. I'm not going to name names. Some of you will recognize her. Some of you won't. That's okay. It's just been a phenomenal growth and leadership, and we're continuing to do more fly-ins. We're going to actually do our first official event very soon, probably in September, maybe October, and we're probably thinking in Austin, Texas, and so forth. So wanted to show you that we're translating things into a lot of languages, but there is kind of like a litmus test, okay, guys? When we focus on a certain language, it's because we have at least 300 members in that language, okay? So Italy's starting to grow, but what do we have, maybe 30 or 40 Italian members, Mike?
Yeah. Joel and I are basing things on previous products that we've done. Going back a decade ago, that's we landed a couple of Polish leaders, a couple of Russian leaders, and they alone blew the roof off of the data center. So that pushed us into high gear, obviously, to get some of our products in the Polish language and in the Russian language. It's just we've been caught many times before going into different languages with big time promises, and a big goose egg lays at the end of it, and a lot of people don't understand the the overhaul that's needed. It's not like I say this to Joel a lot of times. It just people just don't understand. It's not just copy and pasting a text.
Well,
It
there's
takes
over 150 automated emails in the CRM that need to be translated alone.
well, exactly, and then there's
Not
like
just the videos and the website. Sorry,
not
Brad.
no, it's fine. I mean, if you
Tons
look,
and tons of stuff. So
yeah,
that's what we say to people, like somebody put in a help desk ticket. Oh, could you help out my Italian buddy by putting everything in Italian? So my answer to that is, guys, I was coming here. I know it's not ideal, but using the translator here,
mhm.
it gives people 90% of what they need to know to start building the business
Right now, yeah,
right away. And it's the same thing if I go into the members area. I'm just going to log in to
yeah,
one of the demo accounts here, guys. And the same thing is here, right? You can do it. So that allows people in any language, anywhere in the world, and you
get
can
a
see, like,
start.
I mean, there's just tons and tons of
Yeah,
languages here
yeah,
to be able to get started and understand the gist of the business. Because what's the gist of the business? 75% payout on an amazing tool that everybody needs, which is a backup and collaboration tool. So
yeah.
but we understand that, hey, the videos aren't in those languages and so forth. So those are the things that we're working on. And again, we can only do one language at a time, and what languages we choose is directly dependent upon how much those languages are growing
Exactly,
relative to everything. Because again, it's
exactly.
not just the videos in the members area, it's over 150 automated emails in our CRM as well.
92 full pages just for the members area. And see, the members area doesn't look like much, but there's 92 pages for translations for that. So yeah, it's quite extensive, but we're definitely taking the task and challenge on and starting with the French market. French market has shown incredible pace, and we know once we plug in a system from front to back, it'll definitely excel things in a much better way for the French teams. So yeah, it's what I'm talking about is like banners, everything in French, affiliate URLs, everything in French. So when they're coming through any of the funnels right now, I think I'm at I showed Joel this morning 34 pages already, just getting the web banners, social media banners, tour page, and power line interface. 34 pages there, and we have a designer right now building out as we speak. So yeah, and it takes a full team. It's not just me or just Joel taking a massive dump of language files and it's done. No, it takes a designer, it takes a markup specialist, and it takes development.
And it also takes, Mike, leadership in those countries,
Oh yeah,
because those people, just like we do webinars to support everybody.
yeah,
Hang on, I rarely get a call from my son, so it's my son, guys. I just want to make sure it's not an emergency.
sure.
Hey, bud, I'm on a live webinar. Is it an emergency or anything, or can I call you back? Okay, I'll call you back. Love you. Bye-bye. Sorry, guys. When you rarely hear from your kids and they call, you're like, "Oh crap, did something?"
Oh yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
Everything's
exactly.
good. So those are the things that we're working on relative. But again, understand, guys, those. I mean, we could tell our stories. One time, we'll give you both angles. One time, years ago, guys, this German guy who said all the right things, said, if you put everything into German for your conference software, I can bring you 2,000, 3,000 customers. It took us, 2 months to do it completely and utterly in German.
2-3
And,
months and a goose egg.
one
Yeah.
person came in.
Yeah.
Conversely, so that what we learned from that is we tell people, if they have true leadership skills and they have a following, is tell you what, bring people to a webinar. And if the webinar goes, so it's one of two things. Either we get a couple hundred people in those existing languages already, having growth in those languages. If we don't have growth, then what we say, okay, let's do a live webinar together. and let's see how many people come to literally just a free webinar to see if people are even interested in that language.
Exactly.
So we did that with somebody by the name of Jacek out of Poland, guys, a few years ago. And I told him straight up, I said, Jacek, respectfully, you sound like a really nice guy, but for us to move forward to do it Polish, do you mind doing a webinar? And if you can bring in 100 people on a free webinar, then we will move forward and do everything in Polish, guys.
Yeah.
So total opposite from the German guy. He starts giggling on the phone with me. He goes, like what, Jacek? He goes, no problem, with his accent or whatever. Guys, kid you not, Mike and I logged into that webinar. There was 2,900 Polish flags in that webinar. We went, we're dropping everything.
Yeah, I immediately started working on language files.
We started putting a language file together and had everything done in Polish. You know what I mean? So that's kind of about how we work and stuff like that, guys. And we're moving forward. And again, understand this. Don't stall you. Don't let it stall you, though. The Google Translator is good enough for people to understand 90% of the business. Okay. Steve B just said, and I love this. Now that I'm a product of the product, I can start very sincere affiliate promotions. Guys, we've said that 1,000 times. Use the product. You're going to go because understand this, guys, just the email marketing system in your members area, Aweber or GetResponse would charge you $25 to $30 a month just for the email marketing system. That's included for free along with the product for $10 a month. Okay. Exactly. So my point is, when you start to use the God Backup Cloud, you start to collaborate in it, you're going to go, it's going to just radically increase your confidence 10x more, because you're like, I can't believe how amazing this is. Like literally how amazing of a deal that is. There are, now 52% of you are using the product. Great. But that still leaves 48% of people who are promoting it like crazy, or let's say at least 25% of people, because most people don't do anything. Let's say 25% of people promoting it, and they don't even know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Because they haven't used it. Literally don't know what they're talking about, but they don't have an internal value of like, I've used this product and wow, it's incredible and it's fantastic.
Exactly. No, it's you definitely need the confidence, and to get the confidence, you need to poke around and understand what's in front of you. It's like anything else. I've mentioned this before. You don't just become a mechanic. You don't become a doctor. You don't just become a nurse. It takes education. This is your business model. There's no difference. You need to put in a little bit of time, understand it, and you'll benefit from the results.
Yeah, exactly, dude. By the way, Mike, I forgot to mention this to you. I created a shortcut, guys, to the Facebook group. If you go to GBUFB for gotbackupfacebook.com, GBUFB.com, don't forget to join the Facebook group. Simply because Mike is putting a ton of marketing material in there. We've seen French material in there. We've seen Spanish material in there. We've seen Russian material in there. So you go through there, you do have some stuff. I'm having difficulty understanding how to use it. That's okay. That's a good point. Here's the thing, guys. Okay. It's a very simple software, but I get we have members who don't know how to cut and paste. We have members who literally don't know how to upload their W-9 form. Okay.
We have, sorry, Joel, just Ann put in there again. We have full training actually on Monday nights. So you can join Linda on Monday nights for full training if need be. But there's videos back there.
Let me go back there as well, because we're keeping this. Look, guys, when you first log in, okay, look what's on the side here. And again, not everybody, but a lot of people go, where's my affiliate URL? Well, look, reseller tools right here.
Yeah,
look,
exactly.
Promotional tools right here. The Got Backup dashboard right here. A lot of people say, hey, I just want to know how to get paid. Right here, comp plan overview.
Yeah.
Want to learn how to install the software? Go to right here, the installation videos in your members area.
And those videos are very detailed.
Oh, they're really well.
If you take the hour and watch it and understand it, everything else will fall into place.
Yeah.
But like anything, you have to make that initiative. You've got to put in that little bit of time. And if you're willing to do so, well, you're definitely going to excel in many areas here.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing, guys. Make sure you watch those videos because Linda does do training, but if you want a step-by-step guide, the installation videos in the members area are much better.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
And here's the thing I want to say to Ann. Guys, okay, I get Mike and I, the reason why Mike and I get this, I was not technical. Mike was not technical. I came from an exercise physiology background. He came from a stonemason background. Okay. So Mike literally, I had a few years on him because I started the company in 1997. That's another reason why it took me 2 years to make my first sale online. I knew
Of course.
nothing,
Yeah.
nothing. Then when Mike jumped on board, he knew nothing. He literally didn't even know how to use a mouse. Okay. My
True.
point on that is that's why we also created this business at $10 a month. Who cares if it takes you a week, a month, or 6 months to learn the software? Now, it shouldn't take you that long if you actually put in the effort a little bit,
Not at
but
all.
it's not going to take you a long time. Put that in perspective. Let's say it takes you 6 months. Here's the other thing I want you to understand. Don't let that block you from promoting because you might say, oh, God, I don't get it. Guess what? You might get somebody in your downline who's more technical than you, and they blow the whole thing up because they log in and they install the software right away. Right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to get at when I first jumped on board with you. Actually, when I ended up creating a downline, folks, with no computer. I did it all from handwriting letters, and I was just hoping and praying that the people that I ended up bringing in to the system actually had more knowledge than I did. And that's exactly what happened. That's why I had Daniel from Argentina on my team. People knew how to market and work it much better than I did. I just had the ability to bring in the front line, train them, work with them, communicate with them, and just pray that they had more technical skill than I did. And they did.
And, and let me say something around that, Mike, because where this comes from, guys, is, and I don't mean it in a disrespectful way, but it's the only word that comes to mind. The education system has brainwashed us, myself included, to think that you need to know everything about a product before you can promote it. And that's not true because, again, if you send out your affiliate link and somebody opts in, but they're more technical than you just made money. That's the difference between education and entrepreneurship. Let me share a little bit of a story with you again. So when I was doing the personal training for the billionaire Michael Copeland in Ottawa, Canada, and I was enamored by his 35,000 square foot home. For the first few months, I was so intimidated. We weren't really friends because I had a wall up of like, I was just, oh, I'm so awestruck. Oh my God, look at this place. Oh, like I thought he was a god, right, guys? You know, anybody who makes a multi-billion dollar companies, you're going to have an utmost respect for. Eventually, I asked him, I said, because he had a PhD. So I said, Dr. Copeland, where did you get your PhD in computer science or software engineering? He's like, what are you talking about? Like, well, you're running, a multi-billion dollar software company. You must know something about software. He goes, well, I don't know a goddamn thing. I said, what did you say? He goes, I don't know anything about it. I said, well, how are you doing? He goes, I found the right people.
Exactly.
The right people might be that next person in your downline. So that's what I mean by the education system brainwash us to think, not even Richard Branson. Do you think Richard Branson, guys, owns an airline, right? Is he an airline pilot or an airline mechanic? No, because he didn't know how to fly a plane. Did that stop him from marketing his airline company? Of course not, right? So that's the difference that you need to understand. It's good to understand and know the product, and you will get to know the product because it's very simple. But understand, even if it takes you 6 months, 8 months, $80. And imagine all the training you're getting over that $80 lifespan of 8 months of our service, right? So put that in perspective. If you started your own company and you had one employee, that's a day's pay. $80 is a day's pay, 8 hours work, somebody getting paid $10 an hour. So don't get into a panic thinking that you're spending thousands of dollars trying to learn this business. Who cares if it doesn't matter how long it takes you, because there's going to be people in your downline who've been more savvy on a computer than you or more savvy on a cell phone, and they run away with it. I think that makes sense, right, Mike? You?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely does. Definitely does. Sorry, folks, you got me in a little bit of a crossfire here. I just have to. I have my designer for a little bit more time. He just sent me off, Joel, the French members area with the French social media banners already done. Okay, back to the call. Thanks, Sir Ag.
It's very, very busy and it's very wonderful, guys. And that's why we want to kind of like change this call a little bit to answer more of your questions. So I'm actually going through the comments here. Mike, did you see another question that maybe came in? And the thing is, guys, there usually is not a whole lot of questions because by and large, this business is very, very, very simple. Okay.
Exactly.
So all I'm saying is if all of a sudden you get a hiccup installing the software on your computer, don't throw your hands up and go, oh my God, this isn't for me. Because remember, you will learn it. Give it some time, give yourself some grace, but you might get in somebody else. Again, Richard Branson owns an airline, but he doesn't know how to fly a plane, and he's certainly not an airline mechanic. And that's what got me, guys, coming back to my story when this billionaire said, I don't know anything about software engineering. I just found the right people. Literally within days after that, I quit my job working at a hospital and started my entrepreneurship online. Okay. Entrepreneur mindset is completely different from the educational system. It's see opportunity, worry about learning it later. Truly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But of course, as you learn the software, that's going to give you more confidence because you're going to go, I had no idea, Joel or Mike, just how much value is here. It's incredible, right?
Absolutely.
Any other great questions, guys? We kind of did this more off the cuff for you guys, to help you guys and whatever. Thank you, Ann. And let me give a shout out to Ann. Ann is one of the most wonderful human beings that I've had the pleasure of working with. And Ann is not me. What do I mean by that? I don't see the details, guys. I'm more like, come on, it's $10. Are you going to sign up or not? Like, it's $10. Do you want to back up all your stuff or not? It's $10. Like, leave me alone if you're not going to sign up because it's $10.
Yeah.
She's wonderful because she finds every spelling error. She's able to see where things are confusing for other people. And guess what? My point is, she's an amazing resource that we go to now because she has those qualifications. I will never have the qualifications of finding a spelling error or understanding from another person's perspective where something might be confusing or misleading. She's wonderful for that. So, Anne, thank you very much. And to all of you, the point being, be resourceful. That's what being an entrepreneur is. You don't have to know everything. Why? You've got us here to help you. Okay. So that's another point that I wanted to make. Let's see. Is there a video in the back office to show me how to back up my phone? Yes. Let me show you again. And again, guys, this is where and I get it. It's because here's the other thing too, because it's a $10 business. It's not what you put into something is directly proportional to how much effort you put into it. Okay, guys, what do I mean by that? If you start a restaurant today and you spend $400,000 to $1 million, you're going to put blood, sweat, and tears for a minimum of 5 years to make sure that restaurant is a success. With us, because it's $49 to get started, nobody goes bankrupt over $49. Almost nobody has to even ask their significant other, hey, honey, can I spend $50 to start a business? She probably won't even see the charge on the credit card. And then when it's $9.97 a month, well, it's very little financial investment. So guess what? Very little effort on my part to get started because I'm not in a panic to make it work. Okay. So I get that. But the upside is 10,000 times more. Restaurant, 400 grand. What is my potential marketplace with a restaurant, even if I'm the best chef in the world? 25 miles at best. Here for $10, the whole world becomes your market, right? Exactly. So that's why a lot of people say, and it irks Mike and I because we've spent thousands of hours doing all the videos. So when somebody says to me, is there a video on how to install it on my phone? And we're like, man, it's so easy to find. So let me show you where it is again. And again, it's no disrespect because I understand, right? So you come to if I'm on the welcome screen here again, guys, and I come to the installation videos, 2 clicks away. Oh my Lord, look at this. iPhone right here, how to install it on my iPhone. And if we're going over to Windows and Android, 2 clicks away. Whoop, there we go. How to install it on my Android phone. 2 clicks, guys. So what does that tell us? People don't even bother to spend 5 minutes in their members area to start their business off right. Okay, guys? So be accountable to yourselves. And I get it. It's only $10. I'll look at it next month. I'll look at it next year. I'll look at it next week, whatever. It's only $10. Get it done. It's there for you. Okay?
Do it.
Every single video, every training, everything you need is there for you able to learn the product well and make a full-time income from home.
Exactly. Did your high school or elementary teacher do your homework for you? No. No.
And Gerald, thank you very much. See, that's what I love about transparency and honesty. He just simply didn't scroll. Hey, you be quiet. We have our pups in the office. We're an animal lover, guys. So anyway, I apologize for that. Sophie, shush. Be quiet. Let's see what this says here. Why, Samuel? It's an affiliate link. When people are invited here, they're invited through an affiliate link.
They're already cookied and tagged.
So they're cookied to you. Let's show you how that works. Okay, let's go and show you how that works live. Okay, so here I am in the members area again. Okay, I'm going to click on the affiliate links, which are under the reseller tools. Okay, here's my affiliate links. Here is my webinar link. See, it says use this link to invite your prospects to our live webinars. So username is GB Demo. So guess what? Watch what's going to happen. I'm going to click on this link. It's going to redirect me here, which I'm going to close quickly because I don't want to create an echo. And look what happens now. If I go to the call to action, gotbackuplive.com, and I click on join, who's going to get credit? The demo account, right? So let me use a different affiliate link. Let me come here again and show you /go/live. And I'm going to use my link. See how it shows Joel Terrian? You can see that, right, Mike? It says Joel Terrian. Yeah. So I click on that link. It's going to do this. It brings me back here. But now look what happens when I refresh the page. Who's the referrer? Joel Terrian. So that's why a lot of people come to a webinar, and if you do the call to action, get back to the person who invited you here, a good 50% are going to say, what, Mike? I don't know who the hell invited me here.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah,
he's busy reading something else. He's zoning out. I could tell that. So does that make sense, Samuel? That it's much better to use the technology and knowing you're getting credit than to say, hey, get back in touch with the person who you came here, because a good 60 to 70% of people go, I don't know who brought me here.
Yeah, exactly. No. And this is, we've learned this over the years, Samuel, and this is not the first rodeo in regards to live webinars. We've, for a long time now, we've made sure anyone that joins a webinar, they do have the ability to use their URL, which is always cookied to the direct sponsor. So what we like to say is bring people to the webinar and we'll do our best to close the sale for you.
Yeah, and just make sure you use your affiliate link. You just got photobombed there, Mikey.
Yeah, I see that.
Some psycho in the background. Anyway, guys, so good. I'm glad you understood that, Samuel. That's awesome. We're here to help. And we wanted to kind of create this call to make it a little bit more of a training call and have fun for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, even Karina makes it. Understand, 70% don't know who their sponsor was. And then Daniel made a good point too. Most will say my sponsor doesn't get back to me, which is probably true in 80% of the time. So we use the technology to make sure that you guys get credit.
Yeah.
Exactly. We understand the most, and you'll hear it from the horse's mouth here right now. The most important thing is you, the affiliates. The second most important thing is the product.
Mm-hmm.
End of story. If we don't take good care of you by making sure you get credit for your sales, then you can call us a scammer or a shyster or whatever you want to call us. We are here to absolutely we realize that we're making a 25% profit on Got Backup. we want to pay out the 75%. We don't want to hold back anything from anybody because that's not how this business is built. 99% of this business, because we have a good product, is built by you guys. That we know and we will never forget. Okay. So we're always going to look after you guys first and the product a very close second. Always. That will never change. Any other great questions here?
Just a second. What was that I just saw? Oh.
What'd you just see, bud?
No, it's yeah.
Well, you're confusing us all now.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Or are you talking to Surag again?
Well, there's a little bit of that going on too. It just
Any other questions, guys? Because we keep these ones usually 30 minutes, a little shorter, and we wanted to change it up for you all and welcome you all and realize that as a corporate entity, guys, my camera's a bit dirty. As a corporate entity, we're absolutely here for you first and always you first. Like always, no exception, guys. Here for you first, and then a very close second is an amazing product. Because let's face it, if you're here first, but the product stinks, no company as well, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah, a good company, I would say, Lou, but thank you for that. A good company always looks out for the affiliates first. Because again, guys, I'll say it 1,000 times, without you, we would be nothing. Okay. Without you, we would be nothing. And you guys mutually feel the same. Without us providing a great product and great training, you guys wouldn't be making an income either.
Mm-hmm.
A successful payment. Okay. So somebody else asked about this, and actually a couple other people that we're going to call. That's why there's bonus. So if for those of you who've been around a little longer, sometimes you see extra bonus cycles. A cycle, somebody is counted in the cycle as long as they've paid for that month. What does that mean? If their transaction failed, we give them 2 to 3 weeks to pay, okay, before they go suspended. So they're still active, okay? Because we don't, if somebody's payment fails, we're not the type of company that like just suspends them immediately, right? That's unfair, right? So if somebody goes and their payment fails, we give them 2 to 3 weeks to pay, grace period. But if it falls into the next month and they still haven't paid for July, well, we can't count that in the binary cycles because there was no payment made.
Mm-hmm.
The binary cycles are calculated provided that you're active and your payment went through. Okay? That's how they're counted. Does that make sense, Joyce? So we've had a couple of tickets. Hey, it said I had 8 cycles, but I believe I have 10 cycles because they're just purely counting the people. If their payment failed, then of course we can't count them in the cycle. But that's why there's the bonus cycle. So let's say somebody's payment failed on July 26th, and we run binary cycles on August 2nd, but that person pays August 4th. That's why you see the bonus cycles come from the previous month, because we recognize that you lost that cycle because they didn't pay, but they paid a few weeks later. So that's why you see your regular cycles and your bonus cycles, because eventually that person paid. Does that make sense, Mike, to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does it make sense? I want a yes from everybody. Does that make sense? So who are calculated in the binary are not just active people. Okay. Annual payments are factored in on what we pay out per binary cycle. So if we have more people paid for the year that month, the binary, what we pay per binary cycle is going to be higher. Okay. So when we get paid all up front, you get paid all up front. Okay, I hope that makes sense, guys. Because yes, there's been a couple of tickets. Again, like I already mentioned, it looks like I have 10 cycles, but the system only showed me 8. It's because there's some people in your organization whose payments failed. We can only account for those who have made their payment that month. Okay, I hope that makes sense.
Yeah.
Any other questions, guys? Exactly. In a nutshell, Gregory, very smart, top leader. Love you, Gregory. You get paid. We earn on paid memberships. When the payment goes through, they're counted in the cycle. Exactly. Good point. Way to summarize it very simply. If they paid, you get paid. If they didn't pay, their payment fails, we can't count them in the binary cycles. Awesome. Dr. Chief Knott says, yes, makes perfect sense. Thank you. Any other great questions, guys? Binary, whatever you want. Hope it makes sense. We're working on a feature like that, Richard. If somebody, if they're removed, in other words, they're canceled, okay? We're making a feature where only the direct sponsor can fill that spot. Why? Because you're the one that introduced them. So we're working on a feature that right now, okay? It's not completed. So what Richard is saying, guys, let's say you have somebody in your binary tree and they go canceled and they have 30 people in their downline, which does happen surprisingly, and they cancel or they opt out or whatever, then the direct sponsor will be, and only the direct sponsor will be able to replace that position. I hope that makes sense.
Yes.
Well, number one, if you're not getting results, stop what you're doing. There's two ways to do this, guys. Paid advertising or free. Free takes longer and there's lots of labor involved, okay? But here, that's another good point. I was talking to another great guy by the name of Dave, okay? This is how advertising works, okay? This is what new people think versus what the reality is. A lot of people think, okay, if I spend $100 in ads, I'm going to make $200 back. I'm going to make at least my $100 back.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not, okay? So if you spend $100, you might make $25 back, okay? Mm-hmm. So then you say to yourself, well, is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it because now you have somebody on. Getting a member is the beginning only. Then working with those people, because here's where the power comes in. Okay, understand this, guys. So let's say I spend $200 on ads and it only gets me 2 signups, right? Well, I didn't make my money back, right? Mm-hmm. But I now have something that I can leverage off of. Right. And what is that? You work with those people and you say to them, why don't you invest in some paid ads? Now they're building a team. Now they may not make all their money back, but now you're building a downline. And what did it cost you? 0.
Yeah.
It's always the hardest at the beginning, guys. Okay. It's always the hardest at the beginning. So does that make sense, guys? Because here's the thing, again, being very honest, if I could spend $500 and make $500 back every single day, why wouldn't I go and spend $1 million a day then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll spend if I can spend $5 million in a day and know I'm going to make $5 million back, why wouldn't I do it?
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
That's not how it works, guys. Okay. You spend money to make money, but as your downline builds, it becomes less and less and less of an expense and more and more and more revenue for you.
Mm-hmm.
I want a yes on that. Does that make sense, guys? No. And here's the other thing, even if nobody buys and you do paid advertising, you've certainly started to build an email list. That email list has massive value as well if you treat them with respect and you email them at least 5 times a week to put your face in front of their face often, okay? Live chat, no. Ron, what you'd have to do, for those who are having a really hard time, you would put in a help desk ticket and we coordinate a team viewer where our staff can log into your computer and help you out that way. But live chat, it's ineffective. So if you're having a hard time, put in a help desk ticket, and then either Sandeep or one of our other agents will actually do a live view with you. And so they can see your computer, because doing it over live chat, without the visualization component, it's very difficult, right? Mm-hmm. Very, very difficult. So yes, we can help, but we would do more of a live view, look over your computer while you're doing it and help you out that way. Okay.
A lot of little tips and tricks out there. And free things. There's I was going to mention my Craigslist thing, Joel. Just give me 5 minutes because I'm going to do that actually. It's just, when I got started with Joel, I was looking for free means on how to build the business. So what I ended up doing is it was a web conferencing product back in the day. So it's a web conferencing communication, right? So I did my research, communication. Then I went G. Then I looked for countries that had the massive population, of course, and cell phone, not smartphone back then. It was just straight cell phone, but it was communication. India came in as the top three in mass numbers and devices. So what I ended up doing is breaking that down into what would be the number of sales reps for mobile devices in India. I forget the number, but it was absolutely outrageous. It was insane. So I focused on India, and it costed me nothing, folks. What I did from there was from Texas, I created an ad for Bangalore, India, looking for sales reps that needed to own once I got communication going, this, and that, so you need to be a member of the product, which was the web conferencing. And that was another avenue that I tested that went out from there. And it got actually so busy, I actually got teamed up with Somash, which back in the day was Mike Filsame's video guy. He was from India. And I handed the bulk off to Somash. I said, you got to deal with it. I don't have time for this. It was a test. It worked phenomenal. But what I'm saying, folks, is I'm not saying do that, but I'm saying there are means out there. You just got to get a little bit creative, and some crazy things can happen. Sorry, Joel.
No, that's fine. Sue asks, how are other people getting my emails? Sue, it's synonymous that people will opt into many people's affiliate URLs. So that's how they're getting your emails. They opted into yours. They opted into Mike's. They opted into mine. They might have opted into somebody else's, but then they joined somebody else's team. Don't let that stop you from mailing. Keep mailing. That's still your list. Okay. I'm just looking for questions, Mike.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know if we added it or not, Steve, but we are adding an app where you can go and grab everything from your Google Drive and pull it over. I don't know if it's active yet. If not, it will be active in the coming weeks for sure. You'll log into your Got Backup account. You'll click on, transfer or import my Google Drive. You click on it. It will give a pop-up saying, do you give us access to your Google Drive? And then you'll be able to pull everything in that way. I don't know if it's live yet, but we're working on that. How much do we pay per binary cycle? It varies every single month based on our net profits. It's been fluctuating anywhere from $9 to $10, and it's always going to fluctuate based on our net profits of the company. Now, what affects our net profits? How many people take our one-time offers? How many people pay for the year? If all of a sudden we had a month where 90% of the people paid for the year, we might have a cycle that's $12. Of course, 90% of people never pay for the year. We average about 30% of people paying for the year. So if our net profits are higher, we pay more per cycle. Okay. What other companies do is they create a cap. They say, okay, your binary cycles are capped at $10,000, $20,000. We don't cap. We let you get paid to infinity, but the cycles vary based on the net profits of the company for that month. Mm-hmm. When are crypto payments coming? Still working on. It's a big, big project integrated into our system. Okay. Just look. You see anything, bud?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll call it a day, guys. We like to keep this more about you and about it. It is in the back office. Isn't the yearly upgrade in the back office now? Yeah. Go to Marketplace. If you click in your members area and you go to Marketplace, you can pay for the year in there. Click in the members area, go on the left, Marketplace. So then just type in your name, Richardo. Rather than using the merge tag, say, hi, I'm Richardo. Issue solved. Hi, I'm Mike. Hi, I'm Joel. Just put your full name if it's not working right for you. I can't say specifically why, but just put, hi, I'm Richardo, or however you pronounce your name. I hope it's Richardo. My apologies if I said it wrong. All right, guys, let's call it a day, buddy.
Yeah,
I hope
sorry. Absolutely.
Actually, let me just ask, guys, are these types of calls helpful as well, where it's kind of like just off the cuff, ad lib, over the mic, just here to help you guys out? Do you like this style as well, rather than us doing a formal presentation? Is this helpful as well, guys, even to newbies, just to show that we're real here to help and look at the good, bad, and the ugly, because it's not
Yeah, I
always
think
all
it's cool. I think it's cool because, yeah, I mean, if we keep this, I mean, not all the time, but once in a while, we can definitely drop in the nuggets. Because, I mean, over the decades, Joel, I mean, we've definitely come up with some things that don't work and things that absolutely do work. So when we drop in a little nuggets here and there, hopefully it'll spark something in the mind, and you guys can duplicate and give it a shot, because there's yeah, I mean,
Awesome. Yeah.
Sorry,
Good. I'm glad that they're helpful, guys. It's just more like, hey, getting to know us and getting to know what we're working on. I think it's very important, especially you guys as our affiliates. Whoa, we got a rock star in the house who hasn't been here before.
We got Paul Darby in the house.
I didn't even have to say it, and you said,
Paul Darby in the house.
How you doing, Mr. Paul Darby? And we love you all, guys.
Yeah.
We do. It's just we're like to have fun. All right, guys, that's it for today. Have an awesome, amazing, wonderful Friday. Have an amazing weekend. And Linda will see you on Monday night, 7:30 Eastern time, for her training call. You guys are doing an amazing job. It's the beginning. 104 countries later. It's incredible. Oh, let's share one more thing, because I love sharing. The thing that I'm sorry, I keep saying we're ending the call, but I like doing this. I like doing it. The thing that tickles me the most, guys, by far and wide, is this.
Paul Darby.
Paul Darby, yeah. Remember the other night, we were I don't know what we're at, but let's see if we're at 1,100 yet. Almost 1,098 different people have seen success with Got Backup. So it's probably going to be 1,100 today. I think it was 1181 on Wednesday's call. That's what tickles us the most, because, again, like all the legends in network marketing say, guys, it doesn't matter what works for you. What matters is what's duplicatable. And in all the 25 years that we've been doing this, we've never even come close to seeing this type of duplication. Agreed, Mike?
Absolutely.
Okay, now it's really over, guys. Have an awesome, amazing Friday. Love you all. Wait. No, just kidding. Have an awesome, wonderful, amazing weekend, guys. We can't thank you enough for all that you're doing. Mike, thank you for all that you're doing. And
likewise, everyone's doing a bang up job.
It's an amazing job.
We're just kicking my heels now, because I have a bunch of French files I have to look at that have been completed. So that kind of that excites me. It excites me. So, anyways, kudos everyone. You're doing a heck of a job, and truly love you all. Have a blessed day and a fabulous weekend. And join Linda on Monday night for her Got Backup training.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. Have a good night, a good day. See you later. Love you all. Bye-bye.